We're checking out another US MRE today. This is a 10-bag MRE, menu number 19, beef roast with vegetables. Beef roast with vegetables was actually a pretty short-lived menu title. It replaced menu number 19, beef roast, in 2004, and it only kept that same title through 2006, and in 2007 it was replaced with pot roast with vegetables, which I think is essentially the same thing. This ration was sent to me by fellow ration reviewer Dub C. His channel will be linked down in the description if you want to check his out. First thing there is cranberry sliced. Date of production on this is the 307th day of 2005. So it is a 2005 ration. Ooh, I've had one of these before, but it's been a while. A creamsicle cookie. That's 250 calories with 35 grams of carbohydrates. Packed by Sterling Foods. MRE spoon. Accessory pack A 1.5 ounce pack of peanut butter. Cocoa beverage powder. Type 1 fortified. Looking forward to that. Plain pack of MRE crackers. Flameless ration heater. Kind of an odd hot beverage bag. This sort of reminds me of the Canadian hot beverage bags. It feels a lot better than the modern ones do. Sort of a thicker plastic. And finally, our main beef pot roast with vegetables in gravy. 230 calories, only 12 grams of carbs, and a generous 28 grams of protein. We'll see what's up with this accessory package. We have a Lighthouse teepee, a moist towelette, a creamer non-dairy, a Domino sugar, the infamous red pack Taster's Choice. If these are in good shape, they're one of the best ration coffees ever, but 9 times out of 10, they are all molded and disgusting. Pack of iodized salt, green pack of matches with white tips, cinnamon gum that looks to be a little bit discolored, and a very good looking bottle of Tabasco. The color's actually still pretty light for the age on this thing, and it doesn't seem to have evaporated like a lot of these do. Being in 2005, I'm going to skip the FRH this go around because it's probably not going to work anyway. So I'll get the main on to boil, and we'll be right back with everything plated up. All right, so here's everything spread out. I am absolutely starving today. I didn't eat any dinner last night, and it's like 1:30 in the afternoon right now, so I'm famished. Let's get this going and check out this Taster's Choice. See if it held up. Fingers crossed. Oh no. What a tragedy. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, this stuff goes completely disgusting. Look, it's all furry and gray molded. Absolutely disgusting. I've seen people drink it like this before, and it will reconstitute into coffee, but I'm not about to drink something with mold on it. So the coffee's a no-go, unfortunately. Let's take a look at these cranberries sliced. Oh wow, look, I just spilt them everywhere. These things look a little bit necrotic. Sort of fossilized looking just a little bit. They're no longer a proper cranberry color. They're a very sort of brown, almost gray color. They smell good though. I have no doubt that these will be completely edible, but they are definitely showing their age. They have a very pungent, pleasant cranberry aroma coming off of them though. Take a look at the creamsicle cookie. Look at that, it seems to be in all one piece. It is. A few little crumbles in the package there, but this thing held up very well. It's a huge cookie. It smells fantastic. Bust these crackers out. Really good vacuum on those. Wow, those are all in one piece as well. Perfectly fresh smelling. It's shaping up to be a good meal so far. This is the first instance in a long time that I've had both a peanut butter and a cocoa beverage powder at the same time, and I've been wanting to make a Ranger pudding forever. I think we're finally gonna break down and make that Ranger pudding instead of having a nice cocoa beverage powder drink. I've seen this done before, but I've never done it myself. We'll look at this cocoa beverage powder first. That powder looks really good. Let's give it a taste just to make sure it's okay. A little bit on my finger there. Oh yeah, that's in perfect condition. Put that in our cubby on our tray up here. Mixing it in this package might have been a better idea, but we're gonna go with the tray for display purposes. Before I put the peanut butter in it, I'm gonna add just a little splash of the water I prepared for the coffee to loosen things up. That should be a decent amount. And we'll add some peanut butter to that. I could probably get a little bit more out of there, but we used the vast majority of that package. And let's see how this stirs in. Probably gonna be a mess doing it in the tray like this. I've made frosting before using dairy shakes. This is very similar to that. A little bit of water goes a long way when making a paste out of powder like this. And as that peanut butter gets all mixed in, this is very thick, very rich looking. Oh yeah, that's mixing up. Awesome. This might be one of the best things I've ever made out of an MRE, on looks alone. I would expect it to be a little bit gritty because there's nothing to sort of break down the sugar crystals. That is so freaking thick. I'm torn on whether I want to add more water to it or not. I think I could to thin it out a little bit, but I kind of like it being this super thick paste that it is. All right, check that out. Super dark and chocolatey. It smells very pungent of peanut butter. Let's just go ahead and taste that. Dessert first, who cares? It's very sweet. The most powerful flavor is the peanut butter, but that cocoa's definitely adding something to it. The texture is actually better than I thought it would be. It's not quite as gritty as I supposed. It's a delicious peanut butter spread. Put a little bit of that on the corner of a cracker. It looks pudding-like, but I've never had any pudding that tastes like this. Well, okay then, that was really good. This stuff is so thick and rich, decadent almost. We'll try a little something extra just to add to the richness. I think this non-dairy creamer will be a decent addition. And you can never have too much sugar, so why not just dump some sugar in there too? I think that's going to require another little splash of water. Let's give that a stir. I didn't know we were going to have MRE cooking class today. Look at that. It's the consistency of a thick cocoa frosting. That creamer lightened it up just a little bit. There's a little bit more visually pleasing. This should be super sweet now. Look at that texture. All gloopy and runny. Oh yes. Well, let's get a taste of that. That was the ticket. The flavor didn't really improve all that much. It still tastes just as good as it did, but the texture is very much like a pudding now. Wow. It's almost like it was meant to be like this. That is freaking awesome. Well, all right then. I'm glad we decided to give that little experiment a try. Let's try out a couple of these cranberries. Here's a look at them up close. They don't exactly look like they fared the best, but I think these will still be okay. I'm always a big fan of dried cranberries. They're a good blend of tart and sweet. These are still really good despite their appearance. They do have a little bit of sort of a plastic chemical flavor going on, but nothing that's too off-putting. These are still quite edible. The main is piping hot. On these older retorts, the tear notches were on the top side instead of long ways. Open that up. There's a little bit of delamination going on, it seems. I'll have to cut this whole top off. There's a little bit of separation between the inside and the outside. Wow, that does not look the best. Very interesting. Not what I was expecting, that's for sure. It seems like all the vegetables in here have went to mush. It smells okay. Let's dump that out on the tray here. What the heck? So it's a big block of beef roast. I was kind of expecting chunks, but that's not what we got. It's so odd though that the vegetables have like liquefied basically. There's no discernible like chunks of carrot and potato, even though I know that that's what these things are. They just like turn to mush over time. The package wasn't bloated and it smells okay. So I think it's still okay to eat. Definitely not what I was expecting appearance-wise. Let's get in here and take a closer look. So this mush here used to be carrots and potatoes, but now it is mashed carrots and mashed potatoes, I suppose. There's a little piece of a mushroom. You can see this like sickly orange tinge to the liquid, and that's gonna come from the carrots. The actual piece of roast looks very good though. It's a large piece of meat. It has actual real meat muscle fibers in here. I'm sure it's still partially processed. I don't know, this might be a whole piece of beef roast. It's super soft. I mean, you can see just falling apart with a spoon there. The meat was good, the vegetables not so much. Let's go in for a bite and give this a taste. I'll get a little bit of that beef, a little bit of our vegetable mush. There's a good up close look at it. Let's give it a taste. All the flavor's still there. Its flavor profile is very akin to that of beef stew. They taste almost exactly the same. The only difference with this main is there's no peas and you're getting a lot more meat. Man, this pot roast is so tender. It just falls apart. It melts away in the mouth. Man, that is seriously good. This ration was packed in 2005. It is currently 2021, and this might not look the best, but it is still perfectly edible and delicious. I would suspect this is a menu that the guys would be very happy if they brought back today. The portion of meat is fantastic, and that's really what soldiers want. A nice, healthy piece of protein. It keeps you full longer, and there's something very satisfying about consuming meat like that. There was a big piece of mushroom with that one. That was good. Well, I could keep going with that the way that it is, but since we already have sort of a mush, put a little bit on the cracker, see how it is with a little bit of crunch. I'm in the camp that MRE crackers pretty much always make everything better, but you don't know until you try it out, so let's give it a try. That toasty crunch of the cracker is a fantastic compliment to this mushy vegetable mix. The meat's better off just enjoyed by itself. You'll be hard pressed to find an MRE that has another more substantial piece of meat than that. That's good though. Usually I'd go in for the hot sauce, but to me, pot roast and hot sauce don't really go together that well, so I think I'll skip it this go around. We will be checking out this creamsicle cookie though. Give that a break in half. Quite crumbly once you break into it. There's a look at the cross section. It has these chips in it. I think they're white chocolate and orange. The smell coming off this cookie is outrageous. It smells like pure sugar with a little bit of orange and a healthy dose of vanilla. Let's give that a bite. Very light and airy, super, super crunchy. The sweetness level is high. It tastes exactly what the name suggests, an orange creamsicle, just like one of the ice creams. Man, that's good. Finish off that bite. This might be the best MRE cookie they've ever made. I certainly prefer this to the oatmeal cookie. The chocolate chip might be the runner-up. Let's slather a little bit of our pudding on it and see how those go together. Now tell me that doesn't look good. In this form, the Ranger pudding is like a thick, chocolatey peanut butter frosting. It masks that orange flavor a little bit, but that is unbelievably good. You would never expect to encounter something like that in a military ration. Dudes, if you run across this, you gotta try it out. If nothing else, I definitely recommend giving the Ranger pudding a go. It's just so unique and unexpected. I guess we'll give our cinnamon gum a try. It's more yellowed than I think it should be. Oh, it's still nice and soft. That wasn't unexpected. Sweet, cinnamon, absolutely perfect. I think I chose correct today. For being so hungry, I cannot wait to eat every last bit of this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been Ration Rewind, the series in which I'm reposting my old ration reviews from my first YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to help it out with that Google algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to catch all of my future ration content. This is the one-stop shop for MRE related content. Old and new, foreign and domestic, military and commercial. We do it all here on Readiness Rations. Be sure to drop me a comment and check out my social links down in the description of this video. And I will be back with a new video for you guys next week. Until then, I will catch you in the next video. See you then. Peace.